Well, tonight, a Local 15 News exclusive. An alleged 80-year-old crack dealer has been busted once again. Today, we were the only news crew on scene as Pritchard police took Ola Mae Robinson into custody.
You don't sell crack cocaine?
No, I ain't got time for no crack cocaine.
80-year-old Ola Mae Robinson claims she's no crack dealer.
No, I wished I was.
Why is that?
I'd have money.
But police say she is getting plenty of money selling drugs in the neighborhood, and it's not her first arrest for doing so. Just this past June, she was picked up on possession and distribution charges.
Police say you haven't learned your lesson.
He ain't gonna learn me a lesson. They tell me they need to learn one.
Today, police once again executed a search warrant in her Pritchard home, and once again, investigators say they found quite a bit of crack cocaine and pills.
So how do you explain all the drugs in your house that they found?
It wasn't mine. When they found me, I was sitting up in the chair nodding.
Kind of unusual for an 80-year-old to be doing this.
It's tough because I think for all of us, we look up to the elderly community to be smarter, wiser, and more responsible. But unfortunately, I think she has a long history of being involved in this, and age hadn't made a difference.
But age has made a difference for Ola Mae physically.
All I want to do is take my behind and sit down somewhere.
Tonight, she'll be able to in Metro Jail. Chief Gardner says he will be executing more search warrants this week to round up other accused drug dealers. 2 investigations in 1 year. Last August, police say a child was left alone in a hot bus for 30 minutes. And now last month, another child left, this time alone for an hour in a movie theater. Waking up after a movie ended at Rave Theaters in Daphne, Josh and Cameron Pfeiffer's 6-year-old son quickly discovered he was alone. His fellow Slingshot classmates had all left.
But it's just scary to know that your child is in their hands and that they can be, gone and no one ever noticed.
Turns out it's not the first or even second time a child under Slingshot and Just Kiddin' Around's care has been left alone. Last August, Daphne police arrested counselor Christina Hall for reckless endangerment after investigators say she left a child in a hot bus for a half hour.
Actually, the 6-year-old did very well. He couldn't get out of the bus, so he started blowing the horn. Called up in the driver's seat, and another parent that had come to pick up a child got him off the bus.
DHR says it also investigated an incident where a 3-year-old was left unattended on Just Kiddin' Around's playground. DHR says workers there lied about the incident and failed to report it to the state, an act that put the facility on probation, something many parents say they never knew.
Did you know? I had no clue about any of it. I find that hard to believe. They're such good, caring people.
The community needs to know what's going on. Something needs to be done about this daycare.
This mother, who did not want to be identified, says she pulled her son out of the daycare after she says a worker grabbed and picked her son up by his arm. Weeks before that, she says, he had come home with his arm in a sling.
Do not go off of kind words and smiles.
Daphne police say they're not kidding around. The incident with Pfeiffer's son is still under investigation.
It just feels like there's a lot of things that people don't know.
This is not normal. I mean, in the 18 years that I've worked here at the Daphne Police Department, these are the only cases that I'm aware of that we've had any situations with any daycare.
Now, I did talk to the owner today and told her that we wanted to get the facility's side of the story in this. She said she'd call back with a comment, but we have not heard anything back.
Only see here on Local 15 tonight, Daphne police confirmed the daycare Just Kiddin' Around has been shut down.
Now, this comes after a Local 15 News exclusive investigation into the daycare and its after-school counterpart called Slingshot last week. Local 15's Andrea Ramey is live in our mobile newsroom in Daphne tonight. Andrea, parents received a very upsetting letter today when they picked up their kids.
Greg, DHR issued this notice today stating that Just Kiddin' Around has been temporarily shut down due to the, quote, imminent danger to the health and safety of the children. It goes on to list several substantiated complaints that DHR says it has received in recent weeks. 2 of those complaints, the department says, resulted in the injury of a child. Now, this is the daycare behind me. As you might imagine, the owners here not too pleased with this news. It's actually been somewhat of a volatile situation here this evening. You can see several people have lined up their cars here behind us with their headlights on, I guess in an attempt to kind of block our view from the buildings. Police say that the owners of this daycare actually own the aftercare program Slingshot across the street. And we've been seeing workers carry materials, classroom items from this daycare over to Slingshot throughout the evening. So we're not sure if the plan now is to operate this daycare out of Slingshot. DHR says that Slingshot is actually not licensed through them because it is church affiliated and therefore exempt. As I said earlier, owners not too pleased with this latest news. Here was their reaction when we showed up just a short while ago.
To leave the property.
This is private property. I would like to be on the list.
Y'all are being asked to leave the property.
Who are you, ma'am?
I am just a volunteer up here working. She's an owner, and the other owner has asked that y'all leave the property.
Okay, so you have no comment about being
I would like to leave my property.
That is the comment. Leave. Oh, when you want me to walk you to the car, I'll follow you. Where's your car?
Oh, hey, now we're in the street, so we can be here.
Do you stand here and talk to yourself?
Maybe they ought to film it. That way they can find us if they lie. Everybody can find if we really have it.
But police lied.
This is parents. This is parents.
Police lied and DHR lied. It's all lies.
No, but see, the thing is.
Now, in addition to these DHR substantiated complaints, Daphne police have investigated Slingshot twice in the past year. Last month, police say these workers left a 6-year-old boy at a movie theater by himself. Last August, police say a worker left a child here at the facility in a hot bus for about a half hour. As a result of that, police say a worker was arrested for reckless endangerment. Of course, we're going to stay on this story and bring you much more tomorrow. For now, we're live in Daphne. Andrea Ramey, Local 15 News.
They fight to the death.
And they basically get stabbed so many times till one dies and then it's declared one.
All the while, a large crowd cheers and places bets on this brutal blood sport called cockfighting.
Once the two birds enter the arena, it's deafening in there. People hollering, I got 50 over here or 100 over here.
We found not one, but 2 separate organized cockfighting operations here in Mobile County. Using multiple hidden cameras, our undercover team documents a derby near Citronelle at a facility called Port City. It's estimated 1,000 people are in attendance. Like other sporting events, there's a fee for spectators. Kids even get a discount.
How old are you? I'm 14. It just cost him 10.
Fans buy concessions, souvenir tees, mugs, and DVDs.
The other one is fight day. It shows you how to handle.
Once the birds are weighed and paired up in a computer program, the fighting gets underway. In the pit, 2 bird handlers provoke the roosters. A referee calls the match.
And the only time that you handle your birds is when one of the sharp guys stick in the head or wherever. They tell you to handle, and then both guys grab the birds and they ease the sharp instrument out of the head, back them up, and let them go again.
This is what the roosters are armed with, sharp steel blades that are tied to their legs. Oftentimes, the roosters are also drugged. And as we found with our hidden camera, handlers will do almost anything to keep that fight going, including sucking the blood out of a bird's beak to keep it from choking to death.
I've seen one bird get the wing broke. They'd break the other wing just to balance him out, keep him fighting, just whatever it takes to keep him fighting.
How long can a fight go on?
I've seen them last in there 40 minutes.
The cockfighters, they just laugh about the suffering. They will jokingly refer to a bird who has had his eyes gouged out as a blinker. They will jokingly refer to a bird as a rattler if his lung has been punctured because of the noise that the bird makes when he's choking on his blood.
For the overall winner of this bloodbath, there's thousands of dollars to be won.
We're probably talking $60,000, $70,000, $80,000. A lot of money to fight chickens for one day.
And that's just one derby near Citronelle. In the Semmes area, we found another organized ring that hosts regular weekly fights. We showed Mobile County Sheriff Sam Cochran what we uncovered.
Most of the activity that we're referring to or speaking about is not prohibited, is not illegal. Spectators and stuff like that, it's not against the law for them to be there. The only thing that is against the law are those that are hosting and actually promoting the cockfighting itself. The penalty is a $20 fine, not to exceed a $50 fine.
That's right. As gruesome and disturbing as some may find this, the maximum penalty for cockfighting is only $50.
Will the sheriff's office go there and give them notice to shut down?
Oh yeah, we'll pay a visit at this location and speak to a few individuals, and we'll have deputies there to make sure that they don't have another event.
The Humane Society of the United States says even if this operation is shut down, another will pop up in its place, and the torture will continue.
Alabama has become the destination of choice for cockfighters who've been run out of every other state where they've set up operation. They come here because the penalties are the weakest in the nation. You can get more of a penalty for speeding in Alabama.
The group says the only way to bring this bloodbath to an end is to change state law and toughen the penalties, a feat that will likely be challenged as it has in the past by those who call this an entertaining sport. Andrea Ramey, Local 15 News.